Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com. Today, we are talking about how affordable is Venezuela. Well, we have to put it in context, separating the local population to the very wealthy population here in Venezuela. And probably if you are a digital nomad hub, a small entrepreneur, or you name it, you're going to have three different experiences regarding cost of living. So we're not going to give any set prices because those might change, but I'm going to try to picture the reality of what you can expect as an international, as a tourist, as a digital nomad, you name it, here in Venezuela. So let's talk. Now, to put it on context for the domestic resident here in Venezuela, is that Venezuela for most people is actually expensive because the cost of everything is denominated on US dollar, and either some people don't earn on USDs, most likely senior citizens and public employees like teachers and such, but most people actually earn here in USD. However, those earnings are not as high, so they have problems making ends meet. That's one part. For the other hand, you have very high-end, high wealthy people that I'm not gonna get into how they got wealthy, but you can read between the lines on how they did it. But it is what it is. And the thing is that since people are extremely wealthy, they don't think the country is actually expensive because they can go to a fancy restaurant, buy to high-end grocery shopping or to high-end shopping on the mall here in Venezuela. Also, there is recently being inaugurated a very luxury shopping mall with all of the high-end brands, Louis Vuitton and such. And for those people, the country is still very cheap, and you're gonna be in the middle, and you're gonna find crazy prices for. You're gonna think that Venezuela is a dirt cheap place, and it isn't. Venezuela has a reasonable cost of living, but when you are going to do your grocery shopping or going to let's say a mid-range restaurant, such, you're gonna see the prices and you're gonna think they are very expensive compared maybe let's say to some places in Latin America, and also because you see on the news, and if you haven't come to Venezuela and you see on the news that Venezuela is a very poor country, that wherever it's cost, it's not a poor country, it's an impoverished country, it's different. And you're gonna think that you're gonna get a bargain here, and you ain't. But at the same token, it's not crazy prohibitive expensive. You have a decent budget, you can get bang for your buck here, and but most likely you're not gonna get it on consumer prices or shopping and such. You're gonna get it if you stay, let's say, longer, let's say a couple of months, and when the things where you can save here in Venezuela regarding cost of living are on your lodging. If you stay for a while, if you stay daily, you're not gonna get that much of a deal, of course, depending on the bracket of your lodging, and also on utilities. Utilities here are quite cheap. Some of the biggest utilities, like the electricity bill, you're most likely not gonna pay it. And also on certain experiences. Let's say on high-end experiences, on luxury experiences, Venezuela actually you can get a bargain because there is a lot of competition on that sector of the consumer side. So if you want a luxury experience here in Venezuela, you can get it on cheaper prices than most other places around the world. Now, how do you explain this? Well, like I said before, you have a very impoverished sector and you have a very wealthy sector, and of course, you have some resemblance of a middle class, let's say 10 to 15% of the population, something around that number. And what you can expect here? Well, if you have your budget and you know what you're doing, you're gonna get a pretty reasonable cost of living. Of course, not gonna be dirt cheap, like maybe on Thailand or Philippines or such, or some very remote places on Latin America. Still, the metropolitan Latin American cities are quite expensive, depending on what you call expensive. Still, you're not gonna get a bargain, for instance, in a city like Caracas. Caracas is actually very expensive to live. Still manageable, still you can budget out and get a great experience for a reasonable price. However, if you're coming here expecting a bargain, you got another thing coming. Now, if you come here for the experience of being in Venezuela, that is not for all, but for some people it is. So you're gonna get a very reasonable experience here, and you're gonna get it with a reasonable cost for that if you know what you're doing and you are budget savvy. Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.